Alright, hello everybody. Welcome to another live stream. Today we are going to pull for both Relic Kanako. Hey, listen, I'm live. Relic Kanako and, what did I do? Gate something? Gate Inspector? Gate Administrator. I typed it wrong, whatever. Yeah, let's go. I know that Kanako is, quite strong. I think Gate Inspector is also good, but not quite as good. Did we get Kanako? No. I don't think I have level 100 Momiji, so I guess she will come in handy. Maybe. Okay, 2 Momiji. Not exactly what I was looking for. It is 350 pulls to spark for the relic. So it's quite a few, but we can afford it. I don't know if I really want these characters enough, but I know that they're pretty good, so like fear of missing out and whatnot. I also have a lot of summoning cubes. Burning a hole in my pocket. Alright. Not that you can really ever stockpile too many cubes, but I just don't want to be at a spot where like Kanako is really good for, you know, some Divergent Spirit or extra stage and I just don't have her. And who knows, might get lucky and get Kanako super early. Blue goodbyes. Weaponized Hall of Worship is the front half of Maria Shrine. Okay, so I've gotten a double pull before on an epic prayer. Can I get a double pull on a music video prayer? Not quite. I got double patchy. Like epic patchy. Is there an epic patchy? It might have been like just a special. I don't know. It was some festival because that's the only time I pull. But all right, so we're only 70 in. I'm not gonna pull for Spark. I'll just move on to Hecatia. That's pretty fast. Not that I'm complaining. Oh, all 4-star or lower. Why is that not locked? Is this not locked? I'm gonna hold on to valuable tools of trade because I was short one of those when I needed one pretty recently, so I just want to get another one. 78 should be a fine amount to. Let's do these prayers. Alright. I did get, what, 4 characters, so I'm gonna probably have to clear out characters soon, but maybe I'll just get lucky and get Hecatia before that's an issue. Come on. Hecatia. It is spring. Oh. Flying Mysterious Shrine Mate. I think I have like 4 of that cards, like fully juiced, so I probably don't need more, but good 5-star cards are nice. Now the Epic Prayer is 400 for exchange, so we got quite a ways to go. But we can afford it, and always the option of getting lucky, right? More of an opportunity than an option, because I would take it if it was just an option, but you know what I mean. Okay, pretty sure. Don't need Nemuno, but maybe. Nemuno? Futo. Oh. She would start talking, but she didn't. For sure gonna have to, yeah, raise with our characters. Oh, really? It's story cards? Probably both. Oh. So much clicking. It would be nice if there was like a button. It's like when you get the 10 pull, if you don't want any of it, you can just like click like part ways with this right now. That way I don't have to come in here and find it. Oh, it's a little weird, because like, you wouldn't always click it, so I don't know, but I should put Kanako in school. So what am I looking for? Futo, Luigi. I'll have to keep the other one, but I guess I did need 2 Momijis, so that's fine. So we have Yuko and Lily. Patchy's all set. Namuno. Futo. Managing all these characters is so hard. This is not really a good way to scroll through this fast. Thank you for popping me back to the top. That's exactly where I wanted to go. Apache. Muno. Keep those others. Alright. I'm gonna put Kanako and X, doesn't matter. I think I'm just gonna send Kanako to the experience event, because that's actually just really good at leveling up your characters super fast. Back to prayers. Okay. Oh, 250. I thought it was 400. Is this just like a regular fast? I thought this was epic. No, it's just an ultra fast. Okay. Well, I lied. I thought this was an epic. Whatever. Well, glad I didn't pull more than 250. Ooh. Oh, excuse me. All right. Ah, yeah. Not the one I was looking for. To midnight tea. Oh, we got a 5-star, I guess. I can never tell which is the 5-star and which is the character. Because it like turns purple and like does this. I guess it's like the halo Oh, nice. Oh, did something go wrong with the gate? I'm Hecatia Lapis Lazuli. There's a hell on the moon, too. Alright. So we didn't have to spark with either character. I don't think I'm close enough that it's worth sparking for Hecatia, but maybe if Hecatia's good. I don't know if Hecatia's like good or great. If she's great, it might be worth it, but if she's merely good, then maybe I'll just keep it in my back pocket. What was I looking for? So I've got a bunch of these. I don't know if or when this goes away. I probably should just use them. Are those birds chirping in the game or outside? It is crazy that it's finally getting warm enough where that's like an actual question I have to ask. Alright. Where was I? Prayer. Nope. Alright, let's see what this is. Oh, we got a character. I imagine it's just like a normal temple. Oh, I can see birds outside, so it must be actual birds. Lyrica? Alright. Oh, there's exchange points, or... Alright. There's an exchange menu. I'm not accumulating points. Available until 2030. Huh. Why am I not accumulating exchange points? Is this like bugged? Not that I like... think I need a roomie, but like I don't want to waste my prayers if I could be getting exchange points. Alright, so I'm going to do this once. With Kanako. I just want to see how many levels up. Oh, that's a lot of stuff. Anyone that can also gain experience. So yeah, this thing does a lot of experience. It's pretty easy to solo. Could have just done full auto. Seven. It's still going. Oh my goodness, it's still going. Oh my goodness, it is still going. So we started at level 1, got to level 21, and I think that's sharing the experience with Patchy. So we went up 20 levels in one fight. And I guess I'll do... I don't think being in school affected it, but... Where is she? Oh, I can't see the thing. If I click close, I think it's gonna exit out. Alright, I'm predicting it'll be 21. I was hoping to do it without having to come back in here. Level 21. It's 20 levels of experience. Nice. Alright. So yeah, that's that has been the prayer portion of the stream. So I'm gonna close this and open up Fantastic Danmaku Festival, and we'll switch to that. Steam. Um, could not connect to the Steam network. I don't like that. I don't really need the network, but I would like to be able to play this game. Okay. I'm gonna go grab a water bottle, be right back. Alright. So we were practicing this game. I would like to run this at Fan Game Marathon this year. They've started opening up, not submissions, but like preparations. I don't know, they're trying to figure out the date for it, so like they're starting soon. So I want to get a good run ready, so I need to practice and actually play the thing. I should have done a bad job. I like that. I'm looking to make like an example of the stage where I like have to dodge a bunch of stuff, and another example where I don't. Because it looks way more impressive when you're dodging stuff, but it's like way less impressive to technically do that. Like, it's more impressive to people who know. That you just like know, oh, this enemy is gonna spawn. I'll just kill it right away, and I won't have to dodge anything. Than it is to just like actually dodge bullets. But people who don't know how shmups go, like they'd be like, oh, look at all these bullets you're dodging. You must be so good, but you're good when the screen is empty in this game. I mean, there's many ways to be good, but alright, here's Mei Ling. If I can get to Mei Ling's second attack, there's a flashing light warning for it. So that's something that, oh please, that's something that bothers you. Be prepared to look away right about now. Okay. Alright, flashing light warning is over. enemies out before they can do too much. Oh, I meant to laser. Up, but it's fine. I just missed the star piece. That's it's optional, right? Just won't die, and then I won't. I don't care that I missed it. So I was dying to Flandre's nons. Good Rose Dungeon RNG, but I'm not charging my lasers right, so I'm gonna miss the quick kill. Alright, not too bad, not too bad. Oh my goodness, please. I'm probably not getting a quick kill with that damage. Okay. Ah, there was a fireball. Her fireball, not mine. Literally fighting fire with fire. Fighting Flandre with fire. It's not like my fire will like cancel out the fire. We're just like chucking fire at each other. Okay. This is the hard nom. That life piece being all the way to the side was kind of annoying. Dude, it was the next one up and I couldn't get to it. Shouldn't have gone this the long way, I don't know. Thought it would spin a little more to the left. I don't know where it is, dude. Why am I so bad at this? Is it because it's impossible? It might be. Dude. I have no idea. Okay. Those are all fast spins. I don't really know what I could have done. What the... Dude, why? That's the easy part. Dude. Died to the hard non-meleeing, and then everything else was these last couple spell cards. Deathless, most of this. That's just sort of what this stage is. Oh my goodness, please. Sorry, I had something highlighted on a sticky note on my desktop. And every once in a while it would like trick my brain into thinking something was moving. It looked like it was scrolling. It was so weird. So I just unhighlighted it and hopefully that'll fix it. Like it was something that was underlined. So I guess it kept looking like the line was moving, like scrolling down the screen. I was like, why? It doesn't make any sense. Meiling's next attack will have flashing lights, so warning. People that have problems with flashing lights, here it is. Don't look at Meiling. Or maybe just don't look at the screen, I don't know. There's a lot of crisscrossing. Alright, the flashing light warning is over. Okay. Surprised that that died, but I guess Patchy's regular shot packs a bit of a punch too. Oh my, why? I just fucking stood there and took it. One death before Flandre, not too bad. I think this was only one death. I think I would know. I was gonna say this was good quick kill RNG, but I blundered it, so. Should be coming up with commentary for like I would at the marathon, because it always takes me a while to figure out what all to say. I could have got to the center and lasered. For the most part, the non-spells aren't too bad. These crosses, hitboxes are just like the red dot where they intersect, so they look big, but they don't actually take up any space at all. This attack is quite menacing. It like pulls on you 3 times, but if you get the quick kill, it's not bad. Don't know why I missed a quick kill there, but I guess I did. So this attack, she kind of jumps down to where you are. So you have to lure her to the side. Because she shoots out these rings of bullets, and if you're too close to the center, they're kind of close to you, and that's not what we want. I think the next non-spell is the hard one. This is the bitrate killer attack. There's just like a lot of stuff going on. I ran into a fireball. That one's not too hard to read. Like I said, there's a lot going on, so it's easy to mess up. Attack. If you get to the center of these pinwheels, you can despawn them, but the lasers themselves will kill you. Probably a reference to how, like the opposite of how they work in the normal game, where you can just kind of go through the tips of them. My back. Alright, let's try that. Let's try that again and maybe not be so bad at it. Hang on. I need a sip. Oh. Excuse me. Not sure what's up today, but my head kind of hurts a little. So maybe I won't do too many more runs. Just try not to stress myself out over it. Give me a second to mentally prepare. Hey, Kuyo? Hopefully I pronounced that right. Thank you for the good luck. Guy? Oh. I was way off. Double back. Oh, guy from... Okay. I'm very literal, so I have no idea. what's going on most of the time, and I just kind of assume when other people tell me things, like, yes, exactly that thing. I don't like... I'm not smart enough to make connections. You're not forgotten. I apologize. It's just how I am. Maybe it's more like everyone's forgotten equally, so don't take it personally. Okay. Shoot the lasers. If you don't know, in this game, Patchy has a charge shot. So if I hold down the shoot button for a while, I'm charging up this shot. I can shoot a laser, which deals a ton of damage, or fireballs, which has a spread and deals less damage, but still pretty dang good. For Mei Ling's next attack, there's going to be a flashing light warning. If that's something you're sensitive to, do not look at Mei Ling right now. I'll let you know when it's over. It's pretty egregious. Please do not be this far to the side. How... okay. How am I alive? Please. Oh. Alright, Mei Ling's over. Flashing light warning over. But yeah, the basic theme of this stage that we're gonna do is use Patchy's fireballs to just clear out the enemies before they can really do anything. And that's most of the stage portion. And then when we get to Flandre, we're going to try to use our lasers to kill Flandre before she can do anything. And that's most of Flandre. So this is a lot like Youmuu's charge shot in Double Dealing Character. No. 10 Desires. But you can still shoot while you're charging it, so it's like even more broken. And it hits the whole screen instead of just being like a ranged melee attack where you're like I can camp at the bottom of the screen. Youmuu, you have to like actually stay up a little bit to actually get like good damage. This guy's got a safe spot. It's not hard to find it. Now we just do some streaming. Game knowledge is bad because it trivializes it. Yeah. I've been wanting to make like a YouTube short where I just like play this like the normal way you would think you would play. Is like, you know, there's a bunch of bullets on the screen and you're dodging. And I just put like a captions like how you think good Toho, good shmup gameplay looks like, and I'm like, dodging and it's crazy, and it's just like how actual shmup good gameplay looks like, and it's just like me killing all the enemies before they shoot and I don't have to do anything. So that's basically what this stage is like. The epitome of it is like everything is so, it looks unimpressive when you're doing it well, and it looks impressive when you're doing it poorly. So in the main story of this game, there was like a scent that was making all the yokai go crazy, and Vermilia was smelly or something, so we had to like beat her up. How did I get clipped by that? And the story of the extra stage is we just go like, hey, Flandre, are you smelly too? oh, you're not, and then we'll just fight anyway, because it's Toho. That's... I'm pretty sure that's actually what happens. Not sure why, but... Yeah, my best well, it wasn't even a YouTube short. My best performing YouTube VOD, I was trying to make it a short, but I like did it wrong. But I still have like 5,000 views on one, you know, minute-long clip of me just doing Mountain of Faith final attack on Lunatic. I like didn't even do it right to make it a short, but I don't want to redo it because it like did so well. But yeah, I do agree with that sentiment that like you just like get pretty colors and cool attacks. Like I think shorts are really good for Toho. Like it even has a vertical aspect ratio. Can't find my YouTube, or it should be at Zemoo on YouTube. Whatever way you can get what's it called? I'm not 100% sure what the beginning of it is, but there's like channel tags. Now it's just at Zemoo. But there should also just be a link somewhere below, and occasionally the bot will drop it. Most of my YouTube is just also my Twitch VODs, but they're archived better. But I occasionally make other stuff. I do need to work on it more. Mostly because like it's like real hard to grow on Twitch unless you're already big. Really? I thought I would get that. Oh, glad you found it. Appreciate it. Huh. Yeah, I need to figure out stuff like that. The problem I'm having with shorts is every time I make one, it seems to do really well. Well, for like a couple hours, and then it just drops off immediately, just like immediately plateaus. And it seems to also correlate with like the amount of impressions it gets. It's just like, oh, people are clicking on it when we show it to them, and then we just like decide to stop showing it to people. It's like, I don't know what your goal is, YouTube, but if you just keep showing it to people, maybe they'd keep liking it. I don't know. But then again, I admit that I'm probably not the best at making them so far, so. It's a learning process for sure. Alright, here's Mei Ling again. Flashing light warning for her attack after this one. This attack. Oh my goodness. Please. Channel jump. So about that, I've found out pretty recently that apparently that is sort of just the way YouTube works right now. is it's easier to grow if you have a niche. So my, at Zemoo YouTube channel was sort of just like, where I would put my Twitch highlights and just everything else, basically. And apparently that's just really bad, because I play a lot of different games on Twitch. I started doing a 20 minutes a day DDR, just try to get some exercise challenge. So like every day I would be streaming DDR. And it was, I was getting subscribers for DDR stuff, but apparently that's like not great for YouTube. It's like, let's imagine that, 2/3 of my viewers care about Toho or other games that I do, and then 1/3 of them care about DDR. That means every video I make on YouTube is just like guaranteed to have a lot of people not care about it, and it's gonna send it to all those people. So I made a separate YouTube channel just for my DDR stuff, and I'm like moving all the archived VODs over. And they're doing way better on the second channel than they did on the first channel, and they were like doing alright on the first channel. Which, like, it feels like I cracked the code, I can see the matrix, like, so I probably should just figure out a way to like fragment everything on my YouTube to its own separate channels, like you were saying, just like only do Toho on one YouTube channel, and only do DDR on a second, and only do whatever else it is I do. Oh, excuse me. And I do think Shorts is a good format, because like people don't really watch, I mainly wanted to do like, my 1cc's, but that's not really good YouTube content, in that like, if someone wants to see, a perfect cherry blossom 1cc, they're probably gonna go to like, Jamers or Mino, or just like someone with like a bigger name that's like more known for Toho or whatever. Like, no one's clicking on my video unless it like randomly gets sent to the, like, they just like have no idea what Toho is, and they just like randomly type it, and like it's certainly not the first one that's gonna get recommended, even if they did that. So like I have no idea how anyone's gonna find my videos on YouTube. But in a Shorts feed, it just kind of goes to them, and like the big problem with 1cc's is like you have to watch stage 1 first. So anyone who clicks on that video is gonna like see a minute of stage 1 and go like, why? Like, I get this is impressive, but it's not like super cool. Why do people think this is, hardest game ever? But, a short is just like, here's a minute of me doing, the final attack in the game. It's like, oh, this is hard. This is, this guy is good. It just like, it gets right to the point, which is sort of like better for what the YouTube algorithm's doing right now, at least if you're not a name. I missed. Okay, it worked. Like I did, so like I'm trying to just move my, I was trying to do, my Twitch highlights or whatever for my 1cc's, but I played the photo game, Shoot the Bullet, and that like I realized that like that format wasn't gonna work because I was gonna have a bunch of different, you know, VODs. So I saved all my footage and made like a compilation of all the clears. So it's just, you know, really, stop dying to nothing. And I dubbed over it. Like, I put so much work into it. You know, I don't know how many sessions of like how many streams it took, but it was probably at least a dozen. And I saved all those VODs and edited, like searched through them for the clears, clipped it all out, and then put post commentary over it, which is like a ton of work. And I mean, that video got some views, but like not as it wasn't worth it, you know. The amount of work it took wasn't worth it. But a big part of that is like I started it, like I did it in order, and you know the first time I did, you know, 1-1, I had no idea how to play the game. Like, shoot the bullet is slightly different in the controls, so I like had to put in the voiceover like, hey, it kind of looks like I have no idea what I'm doing, and that's because I don't. This is like my literal first clear. I'm not like gussying it up. I'm not like going back and doing it to make it look good. Like, this is, you know, this is actually my first clear, so have no idea what I'm doing. But trust me, it'll get better. You know, and by the end, like, I'm doing, you know, good dodges and taking risky photos, and it's like working well. Dude. But no one's gonna sit through the first, you know, 2 stages for me to like get to the hard stuff. Because that's just not how people watch YouTube videos. So I probably need to go back and like if I just take like the toughest spell card, like I think it's Falling Ceiling of Kaki Kuji, or however you pronounce it. If I just put that at the beginning as like a hook, and then play the actual video, like King Kakuji, yeah. Whatever I said was probably super offensive, because it's probably like some religious terminology that I just bungled, but... All according to King Kaku, I guess. But yeah, it's... I think what you're saying has a lot of merit. Like, shorts is the way to go, and I think having the full clears can be good, but like you need the short to like link to the full clear, like, because you can do that in the shorts, is like put links to other videos, so it's like, hey, this is the good part of this video. If you like this, maybe you'd like to see the whole video, click this link. Like, I think that's what shorts are for, is like to feed to your content. The short that I made that got like 5,000 views or something was actually part of another video I made. So I tried out for HoloLive a couple times when they opened up for non-female streamers, and to make my like video, I was like, oh, I want to put Toho in there, because one of Marine at least has played Toho, so like there's certainly like precedent for it. So like, oh, I'll just put, you know, me being good at Toho. And I thought, like, what would look impressive to someone? I was like, oh, the final attack in Mountain of Faith, Divine Virtue of the Wind God. It was like, so I just like booted up the practice ROM and just did it like 40 times till I got a clear, till I got a no bomb clear. Flashing light warning, by the way. So I did that and just like threw it in and, you know, did a voiceover. I was like, hey, I played Toho. You know, a lot of, you know, there's a big group for this. It just like needs to be made presentable to people. Like, people will watch this, you know, people watch Marine do it. I didn't say it all exactly like this, but like, that was it. It was like, you know, I'm really good at this video game that people think is hard. So like, I'll be, if you get me in front of, you know, thousands of people, they'll watch it with eyes wide open, but if you just are on Twitch with less than 5 viewers, no one's gonna care or know. It's pretty much that. We're just like, if you get people in front of it, they'll agree that it's cool, but no one's like seeking this out because no one knows what this is. Or they do and they like, oh, I just like the music. But once you get to the point where like, hey, it's not actually that hard, let me teach you. Like, that's sort of what I wanted. My character was supposed to be like a professor. Because I like the idea of teaching people, like, I don't know, making it more presentable. Anyway, so I had that, like, and they didn't even watch the video. So I literally took this, you know, minute-long clip from a video that had no views that I, like, spent over a week making, and just, like, threw it into its own video, and it got, like, 5,000 views in, like, 2 weeks or something. Like, it was the least effort I put into any of my videos up to date, you know, up to that point on YouTube, and it got the most views and likes and engagement and whatever. And it just, like, goes to show you I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm trying to learn how YouTube works. Like, I couldn't even link back to the clear with it because I wasn't part of a clear. Yeah, I know that they're looking for personality or whatever, but I think most of them have like a hook, I guess. Like, oh. Like, all the singers are like, they all have like a talent, right? All the singers are good at singing. All the gamers are good at least one game where they're like, you know, this is my game. And like, they don't have to be good at every game, but they need like something where they can like go on stage and do something that no one in the audience can do. You know, that's the idea. So that I was just, you know, maybe this is the wrong way to go about it, but that was my plan. Was just like explain my character and then just flex all the things that I can do that the person watching, you know, the recruiter watching the video probably can't do. And no one even watched the video, so probably needs something more. I imagine that they have some filter where it's like, oh, you have less than 1,000 YouTuber subscribers, we won't even watch your video, we don't care. But I also heard something like a non-zero number of the Japanese talents were just like people who walked in off the street and had no experience before. They just like interviewed and were like, oh, talking to you in this interview was entertaining, you could probably do this. But, you know, I don't have the option to walk in and interview, so they... I knew it was a long shot to get into Hololive, but you know, you gotta shoot your shots, right? And worst case scenario, I'm on the books for trying out a couple times, and maybe when I do get, you know, real YouTube numbers, it'll look better. I did this way wrong. Ah. The runs have not been good today, but it's fine. Like I said, I got a bit of a headache, so... what am I doing? Two death threats for a day. Ow. It is kind of weird that, like I get it, you're you know, if 1,000 people know who you are, there's a good chance that one of them doesn't like you. So when you have like millions of people who know who you are, there's a chance that someone doesn't like. There's a lot of people don't like you, but like, I would imagine Cover Corp, you know, takes very seriously the fact that like people are threatening their talents, you know. Oh, it's a crazy world. Like, how many VTubers or whatever are, like, got canceled or quit for playing the silly wizard game? Like, a few at least. Which kind of sucks, because it's like part of their job to play games that people want to see, regardless of whether some people don't want them to see, but... I don't know. I don't think I would have that problem as a VTuber, because I wouldn't play the game anyway, because I don't really like Harry Potter, but... I would only play games that I want to play, not games that are popular for the sake of, you know, content or whatever, but... Oh, this was like perfect RNG, just all super slow ones. Why couldn't I get that on a good run? I don't know. It would be... I feel like if I were to get into Hololive or whatever, I would be, like, clearly the runt of the litter, like... Like, maybe I wouldn't ever get in until I was ready. You know, maybe I'd be more entertaining or whatever. 5 years from now or whatever, but... I feel like I would just kind of I would try to just do what I'm doing now. Just play the games I like, not like... I just don't like the idea of like a streamer meta where it's like, oh, everyone's watching full seasons of Hell's Kitchen, we should all watch Hell's Kitchen. Fucking stop and react to it. Like, I hate that. I think that's stupid, and the fact that a lot of people are like, oh, well, other streamers are doing it, I have to do it, I just can't stand that. Who is Magni? I don't know. V Shoujo? I don't... I really only know Hololive, I'll admit. I think VTubing is cool, but I'm not like super into it, I guess. I like the idea of it. I like it when I see it. I just don't know a ton of them. And there's no way to say it. It's not my favorite thing in the world, but that doesn't mean I dislike it. It's just like very few things are my favorite thing in the world. You know, I mean that literally. Like, I'm not like, oh yes, this is a VTuber. I know I like this person because they're a VTuber. Like, half the time when I see a VTuber model, I go like, why does this exist? Because it looks bad. Like a good VTuber model, yes, love it. But when I see like a bad VTuber model, like why didn't they, you know, spring for a good artist or good, better, you know, rigging or whatever it's called? Like, yeah. Oh. The things the things that I like about it is like when there's like a reason for it, I guess. If that makes sense. Maybe I'll explain that. So like ha Akai Hato Hachima, like I think she uses it well because like she has different, you know, she has the Hachima personality, like a separate character. Like if I put my webcam on, every day I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna be me. But if I have a VTuber model, I could be a different person every day, and just like that's that's like using it well, I think. Um, like the form meets the function. I think Amelia Watson does it well too, because like she just like makes, you know, be Ame, and you know her whole shtick is like time traveler, and there's like multiple versions of her like make sense just in the lore. Like, oh, I'm Ame from a million years from now, time traveling back today, so I look a little different. Like, you know, it makes sense. So I would want my the character that I wanted to do. Do you know anything about Magic the Gathering? There's a place called Alara, and on Alara there's a place called Esper, and they're like robot people, and they have like disconnected bodies that are so like they would just like not have a torso, but like all their arms and legs are just kind of where they should be, like held together by magnets or whatever. I think something like that would be cool. Yeah, like Rayman, like a Rayman VTuber. Um, where like it makes it would you couldn't actually be that in real life. You know, it'd be tough to do in real life, but when you have like a 3D, you know, a VTuber model, like, oh, it makes sense. And like the cool thing is like, oh, I'm moving, you know, my hands, but like they're always going to be at the right place, and you instinctively know that, even though you can't confirm it because I don't have the body. Um, I think there's actually Dodon Pachi characters that look similar. Um, where they just like have floating limbs for no reason. I mean, I'm sure there's a reason, but I don't know it. So yeah, something like that, where it's like, you know, I couldn't sit down, you know, put a costume on and look like me. I have to be, I'd have to be a VTuber to do that, you know. Whereas like most of the most of the VTuber models, like the people could just sit down in a chair in cosplay and stream in cosplay. You know, that's a thing. That's a thing you could always do. Like I could always put on a parka and cosplay as a shark. You know, a shark boy. That's always an option that, you know, that you had, but it, you know, it makes sense to me at least. I think a lot of the time the whole like VTuber reason is like, for at least females, is just like an overly sexualized anime avatar that's like less embarrassing to do because they're not actually looking at you. So it's like more approachable for viewers who's like, oh, it's not really that misogynistic because it's like a character, not a real person that I'm, you know, looking at respectfully, in quotes. And it's better for the actual person doing it because they don't have to like actually be or feel exposed. Oh my goodness. Reservations? Interesting. Huh. It'd take a lot to rot my brain because it's already rotted, but also maybe I just haven't thought it through. It's just like weird to me some of the time where I hear like Callie explain like, oh, my VTuber model does not dress at all like my real person does. And it's like, you know, for her in particular, it kind of feels like they're putting her up to it, where like that's not really who she is, but they're like, oh, our market research shows that Callie with cleavage and midriff is what the people want to see, so we're making you this model and you have to use it some of the time. Whereas like she's definitely said like she doesn't feel comfortable dressed like that. Ow. Oh my goodness. Alright, there's the flashing light warning coming up here. Right now. Coming up is, sounds more future than it is. It is happening presently. Yeah. I do think they have some input, but maybe it's a thing where like she agreed to it and she's like overstating how much different, like, because like maybe she is fine with, you know, the model of it, even if it's not necessarily her, because, you know, like that's the point of the VTubers, like it's not actually you, it's fine. Or maybe she has regrets after the fact, I don't know. Because I know that they are, like, consulted on it, but... there's weird things with artists where, like... Like, some artists, you say, like, oh, you know, I don't want my character model to be, like, sexualized or whatever, and they just, like, don't necessarily know what that means. Because that's just, like, their style or whatever. And it might be hard to, like, get it through. But I imagine they would have pretty good artists, but, like, I don't know, maybe translating to Japanese would be tough. Not for Callie in particular, but... What is our rat territory? Is that, Bay? Narratives? Maybe I need to reread this. Oh, K-Fab. Okay, more ranking K-Fab. That is also a thing I feel like I would struggle with, is, like, I don't... Like, if I were to be a VTuber, like, just on my channel, it would be very much like a fourth wall breaking thing, where, like, I'd be like, I'm in my VTuber... I have my VTuber model on the screen today. Whereas, like, if I was to get into Hololive, I would have to, you know... I've always been a robot boy, you know, whatever my narrative is, my K-Fab, I would have to, like, keep up with that a little bit, and I'm like, I don't think I'd be good at that. I don't really, yeah. I'm very much, like, able to stay immersed while knowing how unimmersed I am. I saw a YouTube video that kind of explains. So in the, if you've seen the show Community, there's a character in the show, Abed, who basically, like, is the guy that talks, like, lives his life as if it's a TV show and talks about the tropes openly. And what that sort of, like, allowed them to do is, like, you know, everyone's seen a sitcom, everyone knows that they're watching a sitcom, and, like, there's all these, like, tropes. And it, like, allowed them to, like, tongue-in-cheek, like, say, oh, we're doing a bottle episode today, because that's something that Abed would say. It just, like, makes sense for him to, you know, to step through the fourth wall and, like, explain it that way, because, like, that's just how his character is written, is, like, he's just, like, thinks he's in a TV show. Even though, you know, in the K-Fab he's not, but in reality he is, so, like, he gets to do both. He gets to, like, explain things in TV trope terms while still being believable as, like, what his character would do. Which is, like, really convenient when, like, you know, we're all super genre savvy nowadays anyway. So, like, allowing that ability to slip through the fourth wall and back in and out of it is, like, really, really cool that they, like, had a character that could do that, and then they did it often. Which is, like, not something that I knew I was appreciating, but once it was pointed out to me, I was like, oh yeah, I definitely really appreciate that. Because I did like how meta Community was. And part of that was because they just had this character that was like perfectly set up to just always be meta and have it make sense. Because like, it can be annoying to have someone just like, you know, if they had the character walk up and go like, oh, we're in a TV show all the time. You know, every episode, like, you're watching a TV show. Like, it would be funny the first couple times, but every once in a while you'd be like, I get it. That's the joke, is that you're like a self-aware TV show. It's not that funny a joke. But when you have like a character that can just like be that and it's not a joke to them, it works better. I don't know. Oh. This is good RNG. It's the one right here? I hope it is. If you don't see it go in, it's just so hard to survive. Oh, it's a fast one. Nice. Did I cap that? So what I think I need to do for Empty Coffin 13, that timeout spell, is like memorize the spin speeds and like pause as it starts and then like figure out where it's going. Because like if it goes slow, I can follow it and whatever. But if it goes fast, I kind of just have to guess. But maybe if I could like figure out where it's going super early, it would make it more consistent. So even if I get all fast spins, I could just like, okay, it's gonna be on the left side, just go there, don't worry about following it. Because like you have to dodge stuff while you're following it, which is way easier said than done if it goes fast, because you just have to move so much more. Alright, can I finally do this? I mean, I died earlier, so I'm not going to get the cap bonus, but I would like to at least survive this part, at least somewhat competently. So this is hard, but it's not like I've died to it several times every attempt, and it's not that hard. Limbo, but Toho. Interesting. It's like, it's a very satisfying movement, that spell card, but when you do it right, but it's like kind of weird. Here's the final. This one's pretty tough, but I got a couple lives, so there's a chance. One of my recent shorts was me capping this. Dude. Please. I've died way too many times now. Not even close. Oh. Yeah, I've been doing no bomb. So, yeah. The key that flashes green. Oh. So it's like a keyboard, but like limbo while holding a button. Okay. I think I get it. I can check the video out when I'm done streaming, but which is probably about now. But like I said, my head kind of hurts and I need to eat. Yeah, I did have a bot that would like time out links, but I see it, so maybe it's not working. I don't know. But anyway, what was I saying? Words, things, concepts, words. Oh, the VOD that got a ton of views that like surprised me. I think another reason it did well was that I put a nonsense name. I put like dodges all your bullets, doesn't explain, or refuses to, like a meme name. Whereas all my other 1cc's like this person, this character, this game, 1cc, lunatic, like no one searches those terms. But people like meme names, so I don't know. But yeah. Less thought you put, the better, yeah. And I hate that. I absolutely hate that. But I don't know. I still need to figure it out. But because like I haven't been able to reproduce that. Obviously, I would just make all my videos that till I get 1 million subscribers, and then it'd be good. But tough to reproduce on a whim still. But anyway, I will kind of just ramble if I don't stop streaming. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Yeah, and I will be streaming again later. I haven't done my daily DDR. Sometimes I do Toho songs when I do that. If that's your fancy, then hope to see you then. If not, then no problem. But yeah, thank you to everyone who followed on Twitch, subscribed on YouTube. I do appreciate all those things. Yeah. And that's gonna be it for me. Thanks for watching, and see you when I see you.